This for my aunt baby and the elder roaster. I phoned you. This for y'all. Babalawo indoctrinated with the art of divination, power of Olaudu Mari and Arun Mila through initiation. The ether system, ancestors spoke, said this my proper station. Words and manifestation that speak truth, my proclamation. Came to earth with my calabash. Destiny in handle, I had a blast with the bags, cash in my past life. New hourglass, time to flabbergast. Mastered the craft, subtract trash at forces in motion. On this path to determine future evolution. After I cast, add the math. Sound of my name in the ground and tremble. My glory great astounds the simple souls that relate. Profound and nimble, sacred estate, royal crown and splendor. Move from body to ether. I carry the Asha of Ifa. Unlike you proud deceivers, no one can stop me neither. The more I sacrifice, the more powerfully I excel with my Dragoon. Spiritual guys, cowrie shell, flowery smell, preparation, foreplay, divination is the doorway to a transformational process. Regardless of garbage before day, my light is so bright it ignites the night. Shadow work I fight right over might. Smite parasites despite the bites. Third eyesight serving lightning strikes. Rumbling thunder and the background so back down. I'm grateful to you who would test you next. Rescue you from an oppressive, hateful cesspool. Was a sworn and I'm born divine. Spiraling fire adorns my spine. Oh, do for those who want restore corn and do not adore the swine. Perceptive, the tactical temper, respected or unturned stone. No detail neglected. Cherish the day, the moon in the sky. Oracle of the original perspective. I did this in heaven religiously. Divinity your written history. Put in remission your misery. No chicken feet, father of mystery. Let this be spoken at last. The one fast as I spit the tasks done. Come to pass the drum out last the gun. I don't rise from the ash, I'm the dazzling sun.
All truth is universal. There's certain things that are universal. Honor your mother and father. Want for your brother what you want for yourself. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
This rhythm is quite refreshing. That being said, permit me to preview y'all for a second. Check it out. No need to look afar. Your greed to put a scar on the foot of God. Wisdom of Tahotep from the book of Ra heals all wounds even after you took Ahmad. All praise is due. 21 gun salute. Lick shots at you whack rappers. I smack actors. I track trappers down. Place the crown upon my head. Spread my crochet amongst the dead backpackers. Bring the royal back to life. Back to reality. It's all about reality, not about a salary. For the love of this light, naturally Mesoamerica where legions with bows and arrows be narrowly, barely escape sets grass. So carefully I trace my steps and ask Sharice to marry me through grace. She accepts at last. This is why white Jesus will at last unsparingly erase every bit of your history. Similar to what you did to me, couldn't get rid of me. You're a kid to me. My forebears swore theirs were raw for years. I spit, keep run the gas. Fast forward, I'm the last poet, last priest, the last airbender to smash beats. Let us all hell niggas, Nug or Netta, the living word. Y'all just some dead letters, whether Anunnaki or Anasazi. The first Americans were not Africans, nor Nazi, Norsemen, Vikings, or some redskin tribesmen. Scientific proof, archaeology. So cosmologically, Caucasians lied about documented evidence with rocks cry out, white out from the top of Mount Sinai. I shout, the land of our ancient Kemetic gods lie south. My route from South America, we dare to sail back across the Atlantic through West Africa. Well, we return under the 29th Perla to Moreau, Nubia. This they're scared to tell, don't panic. I'm not here to overthrow but restore. 1, 2, 3, 4, where they fail to record. Even some of our renowned scholars detoured from off the seashore to flee war just to be more. The rule of God is not for the dishonest man. Why does the sun stand still above a promised land? Well, after gunfire, there's plenty carnage, and then that whole day you have to pay homage. I am a descendant of the Amaru, Peru's pyramid of the sun. Ani Tahoe Tahoe, assist the double staircase, palace of the two lands. Now, if I can't do it, then tell me who can.
Who can, motherfucker? Who can?
Nah, bro. Come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there. Survive. Push up.
I do it dies for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide out. Blue sky but high ground. A crown slash helmet. So my aircraft still spit. Can't be tied down or even seat belted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked that caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt it vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. It bust off on some ice and some veil shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit.
Let's zoom. What's up, y'all? Let's zoom.
For Mars is a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can
Let's
spit my
zoom.
flows to a fly zone. Haters want to
I bet he think he Native American, too.
It's not Cypress Hill. I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie. I don't follow access standards. Catch me, you gon' have to do more than scamper. Need more than scanners. I'm off the radar. I am as your goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm data space ace to y'all. Buster stuck in the cage, face off. Active shape the state is a fake, a fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like a
pistachio.
You got a lot to learn. I am adept.
Hey, John, come on.
I am a threat. My measurement widthless, height and depth. I'm just piracy up. Flying a
Dad,
jet, straight adversary. My was like
Lord.
Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetrical
What's going
apparel,
on,
fly
beloved
bandit,
companion?
Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas carol lies what your fans get. The rules and pearls what I transmit as a transcript, or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Wants to get his own crew. Everybody wants to get his own crew rich. And then they want the other little people never get a piece of the
Gotta make my smoothie.
And go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas and jackers can't stand me. You niggas just know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people, old people too. Mostly black people, I'm talking to you.
So-called black people.
Sure. Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah. I'm really down on y'all. Feathers up. We not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau, Big Mac. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the shy spot. Third eye gang side cops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying die ops. From the skybox, I got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some rules. Some of our folks are still dumb. Yeah, and blast in the fact that blood, we gon' have this real show. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, placate or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID's no issue. Coulda bloated in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistols. The debacle's about who owes who the fiscal. Disregarding the aboriginal issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fat yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau, Big Mac. Whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Ain't fool is known by his speech. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet, one turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence. Mostly disguised compliance. Silence by guidance from conspiring connivance.
Zoom, we at, zoom. We at crash, zoom, zoom, crash, zoom, Henry, boom. Hey, you shouldn't have that name, Henry. It don't belong to you. That's the NAOL. They call it Cherokee. That's not even a real name. That belongs to them. Henry is not your name. It's not a European name. It ain't never been. So zoom, 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 crash.
For this climate, y'all push all the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck, drill music for real.
He won't come in here.
So they don't possess,
coward.
foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them. It's
I
personal.
hope he's one of the ones that's gonna post up, looking all gillied up. I hope he's one of them.
About this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack, there's a big stack. Yellow, white, red, brown, black.
We're staged. We're about to wreck. We're ready to hell. Whatever, man.
We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack.
Told you they made him so they suicidal.
Yellow, white, red, brown, black.
Let me get my olive, some of my natural fat in and garlic.
We want our shit back. Kichiwa.
Stop, it's so good. I limit myself to 2 a day.
And my music, and a lot of
What's it
music
make by
is
AR
only
Spanish
talking
rice?
about the suppressed rising, the
It's about
oppressed
6 of
rising
them.
up against
On the
the
board?
oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's
Oh, that's so
scared
good.
are the oppressors.
Oh, that's so
The only
good.
people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress.
My coffee stir. I got a few of them. It's so good.
Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. It's time for a change, got a boss up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution style's too late, but apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of flame, my God, it's overdue and your time is in the end. Locked y'all silent without sin. He put me on the planet for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled on. With suppressors attached in a war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger prophet like Theracom. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle. Who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the plentiful sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand or kneels. Too late when the caps get filled. Don't believe it, TC type. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome. When it's on the zone, all red in my vision through sight. It's killer big kills whenever I fight. From above, I've been given the right. So you better be ready
What's
to
up,
ride
baby?
tonight. On the way to the dawn daylight. We gon'
What's up, baby? What's up, baby?
no weight lesser. Drop the
Well, you know how I am. You know what I'm saying? What's up, oh?
3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure,
I don't have to surrender.
no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no
What else?
surrender.
Honey?
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean
Russian cream?
I mean
Damn.
an ideal sense. I
only
mean
got
it
one Russian
every
cream
day,
left.
Every little thing you do. It's such a gimme.
Russian cream? Or should I just stay with the last couple of honey berry?
From school, everywhere. Big
Or should I just go with the banana?
You want to be like Trump? Gimme. Push. Step. Crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped.
What do you think?
I watch time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, weighs the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, weighs the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when the rhyme and bass drop. I rose up, took a shower, purified my auric field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, of more to build. Solid foundation, my crown chakra pour a hill, pound the pavement. Sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child. Rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path. Simple, highest form, spirituality's how you teach math. A humble beast is still a beast. Now feel the beast wrath, rain fire on them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them. Destroy this de facto government and its quarrels. Establish Big Ma's house so she may restore him. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, weighs the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, weighs the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. The next host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk and spaz. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grits in their cash. Sad can't watch videos without the subliminals. Predictive programming weirdos from menstrual shows. The land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, like minerals, the water and skies I fry. Nuclear chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox off the chart. I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X-Martial spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best sport. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, she catch the spark.
Fish Island.
Is that sun ray or her make the patriarch.
Good.
Social media, saviors,
Good medicine.
marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, weighs the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when the rhyme and bass drops.
Boy, man, all my boys, man. So what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? All right, we're gonna do like we used to do. I'm gonna read some things. I know fact checking pretty much gone. They just did what they had to do. There's enough people dying every day. You know what's amazing to me? You got all these people like where you grew up or where I grew up or whatever. Well, I grew up in Earth, but here, sadly. But who were sitting there going, rest in peace. Oh, my daughter passed away at 25 when she had a baby girl. Or my uncle just passed away. Somebody was vibrant in 2016 and 17. Oh, my abuela, my TT and my all of them passed away. And I thought they had another 30, 40 years. And they all got the ooly schooly woo woo. They got the old jabby Rooney. You know what I mean? And you still got idiots on our soil who think they can sit there and go with their little 25 and 30-year-old goofy selves. We gotta check that. That's medical misinformation. Medicine hasn't healed nothing, hasn't cured nothing. So the people need to mind their manners. But this is kind of eccentric. We're gonna get into these valuable and invaluable words. Okay. I just looking for vroom 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 to come back so he can talk about this because he don't know nothing about it. I bet he think he's Native American too. Anyway, so we're gonna go over some things. The last thing I'm gonna dribble about is I guess you could say treaties. I'm not gonna go through all the treaties or my family's so-called treaties we have. because I don't recognize this government. We didn't make treaties with the government, so, and there's a reason why I'm not a citizen. Never was. Okay? When I went in the military, I stated a different oath. When everybody was saying that other one, I refused to put my hand the way they had their hand. I kept mine at the low. They took a picture of something, I forget. So I was like, but when the state, I brought my hand down because I knew exactly what my great-grandma, and I'm going to allude to something and point something out that she had conveyed to me as far as all these people talking about, I'm from Chicago, I'm from California, I'm from Billy, I'm from blah, 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 blah. And you see how they all acting right now. You know what I mean? They're acting pretty freaking stupid. But anyway, let's go ahead. Hey, Snoop, what's up, baby? Who else is up in here? What's up, mama? Ain't nobody else comment. Anyway, I look at somebody else donated, so don't even bother with it. If you can't afford $1 or something, don't even bother. Just don't. I don't want to waste my time. So, let's get into a few words, right? I need to pull up something else, but we'll get into that later. I just ordered a couple of books too, right before I went live. Let's see here if they're messing with anything. So they want to say Margaret Sanger's a complicated history. Y'all know that, right? The eugenics movement. We read it, right? And even though we only got through 3/4, you already have a pretty go up 2.5, a little over the half of the book. You have a good idea, and you know who was behind it, who supported it, and you know the ties they had with. And we always throw Theodore Albert Herzl out there, the Hindu, right? Talmudist, Zionist, whatever. Right, who wanted to create this Jewish nation, because there's no such thing as a Jew. We know that it's using the Bible, this, that, and other. But that's what they had to create, because like everything else, they had to create all these new identities. And they had to, when we talk about the word betrayal, we'll get into that. They had to be able to divide that in order to conquer everybody. And all the people that buy into the lie of their history, just like the Hindus, right? That's not even what they're really called, because that's not what it is. Even they are far from their own truth. The occupation by, once our lands in so-called UK were conquered, and I told y'all they were the first hit. Well, yeah, they were the first hit, but they warred. They warred against the Sand Devils. All right? And they warred against them very valiantly. But they fell, and they became subjects of the crown. That's the ones, when you talk about dark skin came here to conquer your land. Besides those by way of Prussia, before Russia even existed, after they had subverted and utilized the Abkhazarians, there are still black Russians. We use that term now because they are no longer what their ancestors were, like the Twa people of Australia, Louisiana. You see them over there being murdered by those fake 3/4 breed Asians. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to mention it. We know about Vietnam, the original people. There's a grand book on that. Yet a lot of those people in Vietnam still carry the bloodline of the indigenous people, just like the Philippines, because the Negrita are still there. I told y'all the reason why the fake crown owns the Easter Island, you know what they call it? Because they sacrificed everybody there. That's why they said there was no inhabitants. It was full. They took their steel ships and their cannons. Why don't y'all do the research? So here you have this bastards. Bill Snakes, whatever the fuck. His wife. You saw the video out. We don't even want to get into LBJ, who actually, they got the new video. They always had it out. Okay? With him talking about assassinating Kennedy. And who was he working with? Wasn't he a Zionist Christian? Not really a religious consort by the Catholic persuasion or Protestant, whatever it was. Well, we know that JFK was a Jew, but he was a Protestant. Right? Irishman. You know what's even more compelling is the fact that nobody has these conversations. Well, my great-grandmother, what's funny is, when I had learned that she had moved up there, I remember when I was in the military, I came home to see her. No, before I left for the military, I went to see her. Excuse me. This is when she started having the first signs. So I told y'all that Alzheimer's didn't exist until 1970s, whatever the frick, 79, 77, around 80 something when she started having it, 84, 85 when I went in. And I remember before we left, I remember sitting down with her and she was cooking some stuff. And I remember she was wrapping up some ribs or something in some foil. She had the collard greens going. I had went over there. I was the taste man. I was, you know, that's how I learned how to cook all this stuff. Grandma and great grandma and other relatives. And I remember she was like, she needed me to chop some onions and this, that, and the other. She had a nice little place over there off of Grove, the senior place. And I said to her, I said, Mama, why did you, and I know we use the term migration. Let me pull that up again. Let me pull that up, okay, before we get into the covenant, okay? Because a lot of people have this we can use migration as, we can use it as a definition or geography, okay? Even assistance, all right? It's a plethora of ways it can be used. Let me say this. In geography, migration is the movement of people from one place to another, either temporarily or permanently, forced or unforced. We never used the term migration. We moved with the earth. We don't now. So moving with the earth is not migration. Migration is a term loosely available and availably applied to you because you're ignorant to the fact of moving with natural, deliberate cause. Now, so I said, Tina, Mama, so yeah, babe. I think she was about, she was 80, 86, 87. She passed away at 90. Mom always said 94, Andre. She was 96, about 100 years old. Because her time, as far as what she knew, she says, I knew I've been here for a long time. But when she had to go for the work, I'm going to tell you what she did when she so-called migrated up north, right? So she said, and she was old. She didn't care no more. She saw death. She, watched them murder people on the front lawn trying to come and get the land. Shouse Plantation, Pecker Woods coming from off of boats. They were just laying them out, y'all. Sorry, light-skinned folks. We're really good at killing you. And betraying Negroes. Very good. So anyway, right? She said, when I came up here, we were utilizing this church as a front base because we needed to reclaim the soil that we belong to. Now, she didn't say it like this. You're going to hear me redefine, because I'm a storyteller, how she stated it. She said that we had got together with hundreds of thousands. Those are the migration that came up north to see what these people who call themselves Jews, what they were really up to. Because as far as they knew, they didn't look nothing by the definition of a Judean. Didn't look like them. But they knew there were many people that moved on the land and started professing and claiming names of relatives. And these people look nothing like us. Because you had light-skinned folk who came to warn and even fight beside us. Because they didn't like what was going on and what happened overseas. And you can ask if you got someone who's still alive who may remember, because you'd be surprised at how many uncles and aunts are dumb as a mother from rocks. Because they just bought into the whole, summer of love shit. You know what I'm saying? And all the drugs. And the better so-called education of being stupid and no trades. But anywho, she said that we were established to go up there, take notes, and send them back down. She went up there as a spy. My great-grandmother, Ratina Lee, went up there and worked under the Jews in New York, Jersey as a spy. By the narrative, or definition. Sometimes people get caught, get excommunicated, you know what I mean? So church became the proponent of hiding, destroying notes. You know the old barrels on the corner on fire and the people doo-wopping around? You know what I'm saying? People walking by, laying their hands over the fire and dropping stuff, for those who can remember. Oh, it was going on for a long time. It stopped. Who stopped it? Well, the homosexuals and the cowards of the Renaissance, all the way up into the 70s. That's what she said. Oh, yeah, that's what she said. You're not that big. That's what she said. Now, anyway, you get where I'm coming from? So, anyway. Let's get into the word covenant first. As you know, in the so-called dictionary, it's as a noun, it's an agreement. There was a covenant between them that her name was never to be mentioned. A covenant. That's like the coanitre, right? I'm gonna tell you, I'm this individual, or I worship and do this, but before I go in there, because of who I have my dealings with you, Negroes, I'm gonna take an oath that I will lie to you and put on the best face because I was nurtured to do so, and you will never know my true purpose, who I truly am, and why I exist as I am, because war has subjugated you. It has changed and redefined you. Completely redirected the definition of your existence. Hell, they did it to a lot of y'all beforehand. As a verb, an agreement, right? Like a landlord, agree by lease or deed or other legal contract. So in the Bible, they always attempt to say that God made a covenant with Abraham. Well, they had to make Abraham look pale-skinned, didn't they? And if it was with Abraham, if he existed when there was no fluoride, no poison foods and this, that, and other, and ate a lot of certain fruits and squashes and pumpkins and everything, and he was tall and one hellified individual that had to be murdered by a pussy, a foreign pussy at that. As always, Abraham only belongs to us, yet we know they hijack names. I'm not knocking the fact that you use the names. I'm not being deplorable. I am only teaching, showing something that you can research. Okay? And similar as undertake. All right? So a covenant could be to undertake, to give an undertaking, to pledge an agreement or pledge something to, take an oath, promise, agree. I vow to get back at you, a contract or contractual, or order or something else, right? So covenant, if you want to go and be duplicitous with religion, then that's on you, okay? But a betrayer is someone who breaks a trust of confidence, while betrayal is the act of breaking that trust. So we look at all three of them, right? Betrayal, a violation of trust, confidence, or listen to this now. I want you to listen. We just went over covenant, right? Contract, blah, 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 right? Betrayal, a violation of trust. What's the relationship between the Negro and the Jew? I got that book somewhere in here. Anyway, confidence or a contract. That's why I don't mention my family's treaties with this fraudulent ass. They don't give a flying fatoozie. Can occur between individuals, organizations, or both. Can occur between individuals, organizations, or both. And you got people running around with their little Masonic rings and blah, 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 blah. That if you know the pyramid and how it works, all the way up to the black and gray pope and then beyond, these mugs are nothing but bottom feeders, but they walk around you like they're so great. Jamal Tryman, all these, Dennis Easy. I know so many of them. My uncle, right? Who passed away a long time ago. Now, betrayer. Now, remember, that was betrayal. One to lose to the act. Someone has sustenance. But anyway, let's listen here. A betrayer. This is singling it out. Betrayal is the act, right? Betrayer is someone who is partaking in the betrayal, right? Someone who breaks a trust or confidence. Also known as a traitor. It sounds like the ATF, doesn't it? And the FBI, doesn't it? May feel regret for their actions. Didn't they use the CIA, which was actually to protect America? Didn't they use that to experiment on the so-called America, which I don't recognize the name? May struggle to understand the hurt they've caused. You can be conditioned, even hypnotized, to go out and subjugate the very people who you come from by way of a contract or agreement like coanitre that has nothing to do with the Constitution, Bill of Rights, or anything created by the original people once lied upon. Now, betrayed, the final conclusion of the betrayer because of the betrayal. The person who has their trust broken. Many people have taken their own lives for that, even in combat. I've seen hundreds, thousands, actually, on both sides, Russia and Ukraine, take their own lives when those little grenades start falling. May feel wary or skeptical of the betrayer. May struggle to express their emotions. Very hard to do. Why? It's something very cynical that goes to that. So we know that the Bible includes many examples of betrayal, including the betrayal of Jesus. We can drop that, but we're going to do this for here. And Judas Iscariot, right? Betrayal is often depicted as a wicked act that involves the treacherous deception of someone by someone they trusted. Now, by definition of the Moorish Science Temple, which is just complete fuckery on this land, as well as Masonic order, when you start looking at things like this, when you're thinking about the treacherous deception, betrayal is depicted as wicked that involves the treacherous deception of someone by someone they trusted. What does that sound like when you think about those things? They want to bring you in. It's always usually for dollars anyway, for money, right? Bring you in, subjugate you, right? Get you marginalized. It's just like Margaret Sanger's thing. It's just a different form instead of them. Well, lately they jabbing you up, but by the eugenics of it. The definitions of eugenics is all through this, right? The betrayal. The final act we're dealing with. You know that, right? Someone they trusted. You trusted the government. They experimented on everybody to ski, this, that, and other. And who was the head? Who are the, it's not the whole organization as I stated. It's those in there who are put in the high positions. You know? I know we want to do the Pontius Pilate thing, right? And wash our hands, right? That's not what we can do here. No one can, because you betray each other. So when we look at it, Joseph, right? Well, we can look at David, right? Betrayal of his son Absalom. Now, you don't even hear that name most of the time because you're so busy listening to all the foolishness in the world. And his advisor, Ahithophel, right? David turned to God for healing and justice. He turned to his own. He removed himself. 40 days, like so-called Yahshua, right? Emmanuel to go off. That nigga to go off with his ugly ass self to walk in the wilderness of Peru. To walk into the mountains for 40 days and 40 nights. Was to connect back to his truth. In a time when the purgatory wasn't as you see it now, but the fall was to be. To know that he was going to be subjugated and that it would happen. And it wasn't too long ago. I don't know, maybe 5,000, they say 2,000 years ago. It was longer than that. But that's not long ago. Because they created a fake world. They betrayed you and lied to you about the earth, your existence, and everything else. And they're doing it right now. And nobody's even paying attention. Right in front of your face. But anyway, when we look at Joseph, right? Betrayed by his brothers who sold him into slavery and threw him into a pit. What do you think the sisters and the niggas are doing in Philly, New York, Chicago, Texas, California? And they set that bitch on fire and everybody's running out because you got good people who stay quiet. So if you stay quiet, how good are you? If you allow something to happen in your neighborhood, how good are you? Because you says that has nothing to do with me. Who does that sound like? When the rooster crows 3 times? What does it sound like? Why is it that people cannot put this stuff together? But we think about eugenics and we think that it has to be just a medical institution. Hell, they're using your genes and your DNA. Nothing against the light skin, because they utilize y'all too to see which one of y'all have our juxtaposition in you. But they use you to further destroy you, to study you. Why do you think they have that homeless and all those people that went missing in the 80s and the 90s and still right now? Because they were taking them and experimenting on them. And you just, because everything was good. Your rent's paid, you got warm water and heat. Your animals are fed, your babies look good, and you can smile because you're children, not the world's, because you don't care about those being murdered by an enemy of themselves because of lies. So you're complicit. You're in your own cornita. You're part of your own eugenics. You are your own betrayer. Why? Because you work in betrayal. All right, for the betrayer. So that you stay betrayed, but you have to be comfortable because you need like-minded company. Just like Yeshua said, betrayed by Judas Iscariot for 30 pieces of silver. Oh, you thought I was just going to keep rattling on because of monkeys coming along? Please, these monkeys, I would like to meet them. Instead of them hiding out because they know they're far from what they were. Emmanuel did not allow bitterness or anger to consume him, because then you act outside of it. You tell on yourself. This thing went down last night. Verizon wasn't down. Nowhere. We saw military aircraft flying and dropping black stuff out of the sky. We knew that they're doing something, preparing for something else, something next. We don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. When you look at Matthew 20, chapter 26, 20, verses 23 to 24, it says, Emmanuel warns that the betrayal of the Son of Man will have terrible consequences. The Son of Man. That's like saying a human? Humankind? No, the Son of Man, that means the man that exists. Not a human, not the hue of a man, not mankind. Never make yourself complicit with that, because that's the betrayer working in betrayal to betray you. So I get tired when somebody, ain't you a human? Oh my God. I can't converse with those individuals. Matthew chapter 6, verse 14 and 15. Forgiving others when they sin against you will result in God forgiving you. No, that means that you don't have to be all emotional. That's why they can put all those chemicals and mess with your endocrine system and all that other stuff, right? So that way you be emotional. They want you to look outside yourself, the betrayer does, while he's doing his form of betrayal. So that way you can consummate being betrayed, regardless of the outcome of the end. Again, forgiving others when they sin against you will result in God forgiving you. The Godhead. You forgiving yourself. Isn't it when y'all do those little goofy 12 steps and all that dumb shit, and they say you can make any God you want? And that's another betrayal. But anyway, it's so that way you can look upon yourself, and they tell you need to learn how to forgive yourself first. But you can't do that because you're looking outside yourself still, because they're complicit. Just like medicine, it's not to cure you, but to make the symptom less unbearable. Mark chapter 11, verse 25. Forgiving others when they sin against you will result in God forgiving you. Yes, you'll be complicit in your own strength and recovery, unless you're wavering because the betrayer is still under your wings. Psalm 55, which is the only one I really pay attention to. A psalm about the pain of betrayal. Y'all really need to look in that. Psalm 55. Forgiveness is an important part of spiritual growth and moving forward. Betrayal, so you can't forgive somebody and move forward. You got to forgive yourself for being an idiot, be caught up in that, culpable, and even betraying yourself to put you in the position to do harm and pain to somebody else. But because you are lack-worthy and you have this lackluster of indecent exposure of mental aspirations and false divinity running around in the world of music, conscripted to this, that, and the other, you are your own betrayer who considers to be the betrayal in act, and you betray, in the final act of being betrayed, yourself. What is lunacy? Well, think about it. The state of being a lunatic. Insanity, not in technical use now. It has been suggested that originality demands a degree of lunacy. What? Well, let me read that again before I get into this quote. Lunacy. L-U. Lu? Nah. See? Right? Figure it out. The state of being a lunatic. What is a lunatic? Anyway, insanity. Not in technical use, not in the metaverse of medical experimentation and this, that, and social deplorative states of existence. It has been suggested that originality demands a degree. Originality demands a degree of lunacy. Extreme folly or eccentricity. Extreme folly or eccentricity. Well, let's look at this. Quote by Alan Raskin. I have a book on him, small, but the poor are crazy. The rich just eccentric. What does that allude to? It means that being rich justifies a lot of behavior that we don't accept in the poor. There are crazy people in all walks of life, but if you're poor, you're labeled as crazy. If you're rich, you're labeled as eccentric. I mean, the spruce goose, created by a nutcase who started having delusions of being unclean and had damn near the whole room whited out. You know what I'm saying? The spruce goose, the big plane with damn thing big as, you know what I mean? And so you know who I'm talking about, right? Eccentric, a straight up nutcase, right? But rich, they can paint a pretty picture about him because it's still the act of betrayal, betrayalism. Broken treaties, right? When you think about treaties, why are they broken? Because you're dealing with a bunch of lunatics, because you keep betraying yourself, because it was established. What is war about? Isn't that kind of lunacy? Wouldn't it be kind of eccentric? The people up there that's laughing, that don't never spend no dollar, they got you running around rampant. So why would I respect anybody talking about this is what we do? Because they got a bunch of idiots who don't know their real outcome and the situation, because they don't have situational awareness. All they're doing is trade. They've been trained up to be their own betrayers. Stupid. Special force, I'm tasked with this. We're going to shoot and we're going to kill Kennedy, the driver turning around. You think that Mr. Green's going to be okay in the end? The source is going to give him enlightenment and everything? Like there's not levels of wager or measurement? The idiot, the enemy don't have a fucking clue, because if he did, or they did, they wouldn't be so busy attempting to convince you in your own betrayal, your false sacrament and ideation, and the false world you live in, because you got a bunch of goofies running around like that goofy little thing that calls itself witch, with the markings all over his shit, look like a Hindu with the, you know, running around with Sean, well, at the time, with Sean, all them idiots. And the people standing there, the people who you idolize in music, you know, Pharaoh and all them, all sitting up, hugging her and giving her kisses on her face. She ain't no fucking witch. Just like the young buck she's with, oh, he's kind of old, actually, tall. You should pay attention. These are just little things. Look at the faggot of the ATF, right? He's supposed to be out of there. But he's still sitting there saying, fuck the Supreme Court, fuck everybody else. And this is what we're going to keep doing. But you have these people that keep being part of the betraying system that won't even say what needs to be said. Because right now in the great America, I mean, Brazil just chased one of them fake ass Jews out who went there and killing Palestinians. What about all the motherfuckers on the police department? What all the motherfuckers in your goddamn politicians? What all them motherfuckers that went over there and fought, killing them motherfucking people's women and children and everything, and they come back here and think they can be the goddamn lieutenant or sergeant in the military or in the goddamn police department or sheriff's department, whatever else, who ignore the Constitution and everything else. Then they just kill a motherfucker in California for nothing while they were tasing them, executing them like a Palestinian. But you motherfuckers think everything's all right. You're your own betrayers. Maybe a little eccentric. Maybe because somebody tells you don't pay attention to religion, that you always follow, but you never study, to be self-assertive. Even when people tell you about the chrism, which is the brain fluid, and the goddamn Lord with the sin, which is Lucifer, motherfuckers. I'm the part that's supposed to ground you, motherfuckers. And I really don't like a lot of you anyway. Because you're lazy, you're slothful. And it doesn't matter what somebody, I'm not worried about them motherfuckers one bit. They're going to be their own undoing, and they don't even see it. They could be sitting here watching and everything else. They're too fucking stupid. Man, I'm throwing the cyclic and the throttle. I'm flying this badass blacked out plane. I'm up here because I don't care about life. I got them big barrels. I'm going to spray the chemicals. And it doesn't matter what they do because I've been secreted and hit with a fake ass knight and stick. And I worked when I met the fake ass Pope motherfucker. And I'm just a Zionist because that Zionism was a Christian thing before it was a fake Jew thing. And y'all don't get it. Because you're every bit of your own fucking eugenics. That goes for the Klan and all those dumb motherfuckers too. The police, I don't give a fuck if the cartels, whatever the fuck they is. They're their own unfucking doing. No matter what agreement, no matter what treaty, what promise was made, motherfucker. It doesn't matter who didn't really die. You got to meet and they played a role because at the end, It's eugenics, betrayal. Oh, you look into it. Don't take my word for it. I just thought I'd put together a little something for y'all, because y'all all so smart. Alicia, what's up? Marcia Morris, man, how you doing? Bernard, what's up, beloved? What's cracking? Tab D, I got you. Baby girl Slaughter, what's going on, mama? What's happening, baby girl? Where's my girl? Snoop still here, baby? Yeah, she called me one time. Anyway, I just thought I'd put a little bit of that shimmy sham together. Now, in geography, migration is the movement of people from one place to another, either temporarily or permanently. It can happen within a country, internal migration, or across borders, international migration. I would like for y'all to look into Russia selling America Alaska. I want you to tell me what you find as far as the people who were there. Wasn't an agreement for those? There's a lot of motherfuckers to stay right there, and the ones who migrated into so-called French Canada. And they migrated when we fell all up and down the goddamn Seal part, because when you grew up, the Mongolians were the Plains Indians. But let me read something. So, what happened to the Indians after the Civil War? The war exacted a terrible toll on indigenous people. 1/3, god damn, of all fake Cherokee, not the fake Cherokees, you know this not what the word, not called Cherokees, and Seminoles in Indian Territory died from violence, starvation, and war-related illnesses. Punch bowl, nothing but niggas. Flooded towns and cities, destroyed, burnt down by motherfuckers coming off of boats, a bunch of peckerwoods and some betraying niggas who came to sit there and hold parlay with you while looking at everything, taking our notes, and going back and saying this is where they at, what they got. Y'all get this conquering done. Y'all can move in the houses. You can have the land. You can have everything. Hell, it don't belong to them anyway. They don't have no ownership. We done conquered them around the world. Let's take care of them right here. That's funny about the Seminoles down there in Florida. Those fake motherfuckers. I know they changing it because the motherfuckers know that they full of shit. How can you be a Plains Indian playing Indian on the East Coast when you didn't even exist during the Civil War after the Civil fucking War? And when you were all on the Union, you wasn't on the South. It was nothing but niggas. Oh, that's funny. They say Cherokee, but there's also, if you look it up, we walk like this. And in the 70s and the 80s, from the 20s all the way through the deluge of the 40s and 50s, we had this limp. They call this a slick, cool walk. They named it in the 60s and 70s. We had this walk, and the Cherokees had this walk, and it bothered the police and all these monkeys, these Cabbage Patch children and everything else, and all these goofy motherfuckers, because it was so cool. We never looked down. We always looked head up. Carried a big stick too. That's why they had to give you walking tall. They give you that delusion. We was red and white sticking motherfuckers left and right. Let me go on. I like when these little fake ass natives come in here running. I'm waiting for one of them to open their fucking mouths. Now, I'm not here to dismiss all of them, but the majority of them are fucking frauds. The Cherokee Nation led by Principal Chief John Ross. That was a whitewashed mulatto nigga. A fraud. Adopted. Resisted the Indian Removal Act because he was like, what the fuck? Even in the face of assaults on its sovereign rights by the state of Georgia and violence against the natural Cherokee people. Well, let me pull something up while they're still trying to force the bullshit on you. It's funny that as a punishment for supporting the Confederacy, the 5 civilized tribes, well, no 5 fucking civilized tribes, the Cherokee, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Creek, and Seminole, which Choctaw and Seminole were actually one and the same, the Yama Nation, were forced to give up the western half of the Indian Territory. So what was the western half of the Indian Territory? Mongolians? Mongrels? Light-skinned people running around calling themselves us. I'm not diminishing the majority, but there's a lot of, not diminishing all, but the majority of, are frauds. I'm the one to tell you because I don't mind telling you the fucking truth. Hold on. One more thing, motherfuckers. Well, maybe two. They say there are 299,862 enrolled members of the Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma. And I say 98% of them motherfuckers is fraudulent. Even that motherfucking fake-ass Cherokee motherfucker said, oh yeah, there's a lot of Negroes who are actually Cherokee. They were forced to move there in 1838, 1839. Wait a minute. My great-great-great-great-great-grandma, Lily Wooten and James Henry Wooten of the Chickasaw, the Choctaw, fake-ass Trail of Tears, would say bullshit. In Georgia, Carolinas, what happened to all them Negroes? In Bama? Oh, why do you think the Klan was there? And now they run around with their little dirty-ass inbred offspring calling about, I'm an Indian. Shit. Niggas couldn't even make whiskey. Anyway, and the ancestors of the Cherokee are considered, for those who aren't known, part of the latter Pisgah phase of the South Appalachian Mississippian culture, which is Pisgah phase. And it's no such thing as Cherokee. We use the word, my mom's side, my great-grandmother said Anahuia, because it's a sound reverence to the people who move like the wind and the mountain and the water and the air. So who would fake-ass Cherokee want to come over and hold a conversation with a real motherfucker? Y'all didn't get everything. They were very good at hiding a lot of shit. That's why I laugh when I see all these little goofy pale skins and sombrero-wearing motherfuckers talking about, we're Indian. I'd be like, you got to be careful of who the fuck you talking to, because you might come against, while y'all being that 99.9, that 1% motherfucker like me. I hope that was good. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for taking the time. I'm going to go and cook some steaks because I'm fucking hungry. And my back is still trying to touch, well, my fry bread waist is trying to suck in and touch my fucking navel. They'll call belly button. What was that? Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah, y'all don't hide that goofy ball, motherfucker. You don't know what the fuck. Yeah. You don't need to ask shit. Just shut up and sit your ass still, you dumb fuck. We don't respect none of you. Yeah, fuck USA too, and fuck you too. Don't hide them. Fuck the monkey. And I don't care if it's machine. What affects the same motherfuckers when I do these things that I do affects the machine likewise. Oh, and trust in me, y'all. It's not just, it's physical. It's tangible shit. I'm not here to express that shit. It's heavier than what y'all can even imagine. So keep pooping off your motherfucking mouth. Did you get the ooly wop? Or is you some fictional fucking thing thinking that you're becoming better at acting? They just don't know, T. A bunch of idiots. Like you don't give a fuck, neither do we. Do I know what it represents? You don't. This represents my heritage. Ain't nothing but a Negro thing, you dumb fuck, and I am not your Negro. Stupid motherfucker. So get in your own zone. I don't know why it does that. Oh, okay, there we go. No internet. I don't like the internet right now. Hell yeah. Give you a little something before we shut it down.
Own song, on my own right and my own
There
wrong.
we go. Let me get this over here. Hey, man. I hit that motherfucker hootie woo woo.
Yeah.
Man, my brain got the tweaking and twerking and shit.
I feel my own home.
Off my head was like,
On long going in for the wet ozone, 10 toes.
motherfucker, old dumb young motherfucker gonna talk about, you know what that represent? Reading them old goopy ass Zionist books like we give a fuck.
My own right and my
You
own wrong.
motherfucker.
My own masters, I'm my own master. And
Damn, they
to my
stupid.
own loan. I'm in my own zone. Within my own home. I'm in my own throne. My own skin.
Yeah.
I'm in my own zone. From the hip to the thigh bone. From the lip to the microphone. I'm like a disciple stone.
Hey, man, what's going on? See, what's happening, beloved?
Fleshly vessel more like an
Let
architectural
me break this
lecture
up a little
with
bit.
a trestle board. Polished and tougher. I
Little
embrace the
medicine,
struggle.
man. Little medicine,
Free
y'all.
from the dome. I escaped the
I'm gonna get some of that H4
They say
tobacco,
trust
though.
signs with somebody's line.
I
Try
need
my
some of that.
patience, I'm aligned with Mother Nature. Find these agents that is dying matrix. I'm in my own zone. Within my own home. I'm in my own throne. My own skin, no clone. Since 1970.
Some old foreign baby trying to tell me, do I know what the fuck this is? I'm about 3 times their age, this stupid motherfucker, and I just told the whole story coming all late. And if that's the computer, the AI, it's just as dumb as the fuck they making it.
The eminent instrument of the eminent, the legit militant.
Can't make this shit up, bro.
Read the length of immigrant, misogynist and feminist. Restore the innocent. Half Richard.
Misogynist and feminist. Keep betraying yourself, dumbass.
Discard the scarecrows.
I ain't here to be sweet and nice to you,
Rhetoric of
dumb
the blowback.
motherfucker.
It was us European soul and ever since squatted on our land.
I just gave a whole bunch of tea, and ain't nobody even getting it. No, they want to go on. Listen to some idiot walking around with an accent.
Everywhere we turn, crossroads to relearn more is most mode. I'm not talking horse code. Purge the family tree.
These motherfuckers have no appreciation. No appreciation. All right, Mr. Hey, man, we're going to see y'all later, man. You know what I'm saying?
They made treaties with trash.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Federally and ethically. They were
Fake ass count wrapped in my dick. That's what you can do. Y'all know I just start stand-up comedy, all right? So I'm gonna cut shit with you goofy.
I got other artists' notions of mine.
Come in here with that goofy shit.
Look for me in a cyclone.
And I'm having German on 2 fronts. I can't stand these fake Jew motherfuckers.
My heart glistening go.
And y'all need to get the fuck about this land too. We don't give a fuck about no APAC and all that other shit. We don't give a fuck about that.
I'm in my own zone. Within my own home. I'm in my own throne. My own skin, no clone. On long going in for the wind ozone. 10 toes strong, closed doors are opening. Siphoning my own tone, microphone, my own song. On my own right and my own wrong. My own masters, I'm my own master.
You going in, cuz?
To my own
All right. I'll wait till you're done, and then I'll go in and we get the steaks. I need to go and clean up the iron joint. All right, gotta get that copper one coming too.
I'm in my own zone.
I'm in my own zone.
Within my own home.
Yeah.
Because the landslide won't look for me in a cyclone.
That's Henry's zone?
I bet you it is. He complained about the same shit.
Hey, fuck that punk. Fake account, fake ID. Hey, man, we don't give a fuck. We'll chat with you if you want us to. Yeah, fucking goofy.
That boy hurt.
I need to go back to Copenhagen after seeing retarded niggas like that. Damn. New page, what a goofy. Yeah, I didn't block him, y'all, either. So, you know, that's how it doesn't matter who or what it is. I can guarantee you, and this is no discard to the youngins, because they've got a rough one. It's the ones who decide to open their mouth, or the AI. If that's the program they're giving you, I want to say I feel for you. I don't think that you're going to expedite the reality of that. I really don't feel shit. But that's terrible, because I wouldn't program you like that. I'd really make you free. Not let you just grow into your own. Let you be in your own zone. No fake, no home. Even the AI need a little bit of that, but it can't conjure. Y'all, mysticism, you know what I mean? It can only act as deficient as the betrayers of themselves. When the motherfucker's ready to come in here and actually intellectualize by being intelligent, then we can do that. It's not about you, faggot. That's what it's not about. Anyway, appreciate y'all, my beloved sisters, my good old brothers. Yeah, why don't you go and get a ghillie suit on and wait for me out in the fucking field, Wesley Fakes. So we can do Children of the fucking Corn. Children of the Maize. That's not even a real term, y'all. Maize or corn. These are fluent to the idiots, okay? Anyway, hit y'all up later.